everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of On the Winbox. Thanks for sending your questions in, and thanks for commenting and sharing on the previous episodes. They're on YouTube, you can watch them on there, and you can also listen to them on the podcast. So just search for Winbox if you've got an iPhone in your podcast, and you find us on there. And we record on there all of these episodes and also all of our blog articles. So we're creating a lot of content on there, which is all about helping you with your email marketing, giving you some sound advice. So please do have a listen, and if you like it, please share it, comment on it. Even if you don't like it, just let us know, and maybe we can improve it going forward. But today we'll be answering your email marketing questions. We've got 3 questions lined up. So Helen is here. Hi, Helen.
Hello.
So you'll be used to me and Helen delivering these episodes. Now I think this is the 3rd one we've done together.
Yeah, 3rd one.
Yeah. So I think we'll continue it. We still will be bringing special guests into the episodes, but not just every episode. Every now and again, maybe every 5th episode or 10th episode, we'll have a special guest, depending on if we've got someone really great lined up to be included in the show for you. So Helen, would you mind kicking off with the first question, please?
Okay, so the first question is from Simon Norton at Business BP UK, and he asks, is there a style of content that attracts a strong audience engagement?
Okay, so Simon's been on the show before. He asked lots of email marketing questions, which is great. We really appreciate it, Simon. And as I mentioned last time, if you need help selling your business with exit planning, Simon is your man. So make sure you go and follow Simon. In terms of the style of content, it really depends on, it's bespoke to each audience. So it depends on how your company wants to be portrayed, and it depends on how your audience wants to be spoken to. So an example of that is if you are quite a corporate company and your tone of voice is quite serious and it's very serious products that you're selling or a service, then you don't want to be jokey, sweary or informal in your email communications. But if your company is a bit more creative, a bit more laid back, and that's the personality of your content of your company, then you want that to come across. You want to be human and you want to have a personal touch to your content. So where a lot of people go wrong with this is they will write as if they're a robot rather than if they're speaking. And you don't have to throw in lots of buzzwords. You don't have to have a very high level of alliteration. Just be yourself. Be natural and be the type of person or company that your audience wants you to be. And that's what I would encourage with your the style of your communications.
Okay. The second question is coming from Ellen Bendix-Lewis, and she's asked, how often is too often when it comes to emailing your database? Okay,
so Ellen is from TrueStart Coffee, #Teams TrueStart. So thanks for the question. They create performance-enhanced coffee. So it's basically coffee which has a consistent caffeine dosage rather than the rest of the instant coffee out there, which is an inconsistent dosage, so you never know how much caffeine you're actually getting when you consume your coffee. So the question was, how often is too often when emailing your database? It depends, again, on your audience. So, and it depends on your resources as a company. So my go-to answer always for this is you can email as often as you can create high-quality content. And that's the key, is the high-quality content. And if that means you can only create one high-quality piece per month, then do a monthly newsletter. If you can create a high-quality piece every week, do a weekly newsletter. Companies such as Amazon, which has such big data on you as a consumer and knows so much about you, can get away with emailing you more than once a day because each email will be super relevant and super useful to you. So it's the key is email as much as you can within your resources to create high-quality content. Because the time that you send a piece of content which isn't relevant and isn't useful and is not very good is the time to switch off and blinker your emails going forward, or even worse, just unsubscribe from your newsletter list so you won't be able to communicate with them again. In terms of the scientific facts with this, the science says that people prefer to receive emails from companies at least weekly or at least monthly. So that's the 2 frequencies to aim for. But traditionally with our clients it's monthly because that's when we can come out with our best content.
Okay. And then the last question of the day is from Claire Stone, and she's asked, I have my logo at the top of my emails, but what about at the bottom? And would it be good to include a photo of me or something different? Okay,
great question, Claire. So Claire is our favourite nutritionist. She's been on the show before, so thanks again for the question. And you're spot on with having your logo at the top of the newsletter. So it's a bit like a website in the sense as you want your newsletter in the top left-hand corner or the top center, because that's where people look first when they're landed onto your email. And also, a lot of email clients have small preview panes, so it's great that your email comes up within that preview pane so they can instantly recognize the company that's sending it to them. And if you've followed best practice and people have opted into receiving communications, when they recognize your logo, your company, then they're going to want to open the email and read on. So that's the best place to have it. In terms of whether your picture should be included, it all depends on how your brand wants to be received. If you're building a brand around you as personal branding, then definitely include a picture, get that across. But if it's more so a company branding and it's not one person specifically, then your imagery can factor that in, and it doesn't have to be a picture about you. People do prefer real life pictures now, so visual branding rather than the typical stock photos. And we're all bored of them, the typical stock photos of people in the office with a corporate suit on, smiling and shaking hands. They can work well, but people prefer more real life now. The stock photo banks out there are very good. We use quite often Adobe stock photo bank. We find that very reasonable, and there's a good quality of images on there. But if you can get bespoke images shot by professional photographers, then that's what we will encourage, because that will only communicate more your brand and your personality as a company. So that's the 3 questions that we're answering for you today. Again, we're trying to keep these shorter so that you can quickly dive in, listen to our knowledge, and then dive out. And we're going to keep the frequency up as much as we can. So please do keep tweeting in your email marketing questions. We really want to answer them on the show. As I keep saying, other people will have the same question as you, so you're not only helping yourself by getting your question answered and getting a shout out on the show, but you're also helping other people who listen to the podcast and watch the videos, because they're getting their questions answered as well. So keep tweeting them in at Winbox Marketing, #Winbox Winners. We'll find them on both, and we will see you next time.
Okay, thank you.